morning and welcome to our Friday edition of GMNC. We've got a great show lined up for you, but first of all, I'd like to thank our sponsors that include the Hair Shack, Puza Water and Montagne Resort, which is our host. Everyone knows that we have the best weather in SA this time of year, but for you to be able to plan your activities and your dress code, we're going to head off to the weather first.
Morning and welcome to your weather for today, brought to you by Victory Surf. Today will be a delightful day with plenty of sunshine with a high of 25 degrees and a low of 11 degrees. The real feel will be 25 degrees and the real feel shade 23 degrees. We have a north-northeasterly wind at 11 kilometers per hour and wind gusts at 33 kilometers per hour. Also 0% chance of showers today. The sunrise will be at 6:51 a.m. and the sunset at 5:08 p.m. Joburg, plenty of sunshine with a high of 16 degrees and a low of 4 degrees. Pretoria, also a day full of sunshine with a high of 18 degrees and a low of 5 degrees. And then Cape Town, breezy and warm with loads of sunshine with a high of 23 degrees and a low of 14 degrees. Next up will be your surf report, brought to you by Deon.
Good morning, Ballito, and welcome to Friday morning's beach report and an overview for the weekend. And we've got some beautiful weather this morning with an outgoing tide this morning. It's a light northwesterly and still some really good fun 3-foot and 4-foot waves available at the main beach. Go down and watch the Ballito Pro guys. Some really good surfing down there on an international scale, brought to you by O'Neill. And if you look on the webcams, you'll see some really good waves right now on the outgoing tide. It will turn, however, at about 11 o'clock. The east is going to come through, and you may even see some kiteboarders out at Tiffany's Reef this afternoon because it's predicted to be 15 to 20 knots by late afternoon. So kiteboarders starting to get ready for their big season, and definitely some wind around this afternoon. Enjoy your day. Enjoy the weekend surfing. It's going to be really good with light variable winds the whole weekend and some great 22, 23 degree beach weather. Enjoy it, guys. Have some fun.
Our morning inspiration this morning is compliments of Claudia Greenwood. Welcome, Claudia.
Hi, Mans.
How are you?
Awesome, and you?
Good, thank you. What
Good.
is your message to take us into the weekend?
Well, today we're going to be talking about our ridiculous silent labels.
Ridiculous silent labels.
Yes.
Wow, okay, that sounds interesting.
Okay. So Mandy, we all, whether we want to admit it or not, we all talk to ourselves silently.
And then you get asked if you talk back that there's something wrong with you.
I know, that's first.
You answer yourself.
First sign of madness, hey? But you know what, if we answer ourselves, sometimes we resolve a whole lot of stuff, don't we?
Makes sense.
Yeah. So these labels that we're speaking about today are the things that we tell ourselves. We sometimes are aware of them. Sometimes they're such silent labels that we actually don't even know that they're there. It's when we tell ourselves things that actually stop ourselves from, being able to experience life in a different way. Sometimes we say to ourselves, I've just got so much on my plate, like I just can't do this. Or have you ever told yourself, I'm so tired?
And then you feel even more tired by telling yourself.
Have you ever tried getting yourself out of being tired when you keep saying to yourself, oh, I'm so tired, I can't do this? Listen, I speak for myself as well. We all go through this.
Yes.
We tell ourselves stuff. But the more we engage in those silent labels, those are the things that we don't always say out loud, the more we actually keep ourselves in that rut and that mindset. And we get ourselves down and to the point that we actually can't get ourselves out of it. Sometimes we're trying to find a solution and we keep on saying, I can't do this. There is no way out. Or there isn't an alternative.
You go round and round. Yeah.
What are you going to do? You're not going to find a way out. You're not going to find an alternative. You're not going to feel energized if you keep on telling yourself,
Correct.
I'm tired. So when we own those labels, and I say they're ridiculous, because we can actually switch it around. Okay. The first thing we should do is actually acknowledge that there is something, a label going on inside of us. Okay, and our body speaks 1,000 words to ourselves if we just listen to it. If we are feeling uncomfortable, distressed, tired, sore, achy, or just feeling an emotion that doesn't feel right, we must know that those are things, it's because of what we are thinking about. Okay, so that's already your first indicator, that you're busy telling yourself something that's not quite okay. Now, I'm not saying that things maybe aren't difficult out there, or that you're not tired. Like, acknowledge it. But then, do another ridiculous thing, and try and switch it and tell yourself the opposite. So, if you're saying to yourself, I'm tired, try and say to yourself, I'm not tired, I'm energized. Okay, so at first, it might seem ridiculous, even if the most you get out of it is a giggle within yourself to say like, oh, listen to what I'm saying to myself.
Great medicine to laugh at yourself.
Exactly. Already, what will it do? It will shift your energy. Okay, laughter is good. Even if you've got to laugh at yourself sometimes. But just do that. Become aware of those silent, ridiculous labels, and then switch it and say, that is ridiculous. I can be energized. I can find a solution. I've got this. It will change. I'm better than this. I'm not going to be judged. I'm not going to judge myself. And then start switching your energy and your whole just mindset. Like I said, even if it's what seems like a ridiculous giggle, you're going to get your energy levels up. And I tell you, I've done it myself, and it's amazing what flows after that. Suddenly, you start seeing opportunities. You start seeing something different. You start seeing like, actually, I'm tired, but what the hell, I'm tired of being tired. I'm like, switching this around. Or I'm tired of not knowing. I'm finding a solution. Little baby steps, and we'll get there.
So there you have it, some great advice from Claudia on how to take those ridiculous thoughts and to turn it into something positive. We'll be back after the break.
Hallo daar, Ballito. Dit is Juan hier, so ek sien jou die 16de Julie by Montagne. Maak seker jy kry kaartjies by iTickets. Volg die link op hierdie videoklip. Al wat jy moet doen is, maak seker ek sien jou by die vertoning. Montagne, 16 Julie, ek sien jou daar.
Morning, sports fans. Let's have a look at what's coming up this weekend in the world of sport. First in football, a big focus on Banyana as they start their campaign in the CAF Women's African Cup of Nations. Their first match, not this weekend, but coming up on Monday at 10 p.m. as they tackle the Nigerian women for the CAF African Champions League title. In some rugby now, focus shifts to international fixtures coming up this evening at 8 p.m. It's Italy against Romania. Quite a few matches to look forward to on Saturday, starting at 8 a.m. It's Japan against France. 9:05, it's the All Blacks against Ireland. 5:12 in the morning, it's the Wallabies against England. And then the Springboks get their campaign underway with the first of 3 tests against Wales, kicking off at 5:05 on Saturday. And then at 10:09 in the evening, it's Argentina against Scotland. Quite a lot to look forward to in the world of cricket as well. The first test between Sri Lanka and Australia, daily from 6:30 a.m. The 5th and rearranged test between England and India, that starts today and continues daily from 11:30 a.m. Coming up tomorrow at 7:30, it's the first T20 international between the West Indies and Bangladesh. And then on Sunday, the second T20 International, also starting at 7:30 between the West Indies and Bangladesh. Shifting focus now to the world of golf in the DP World Tour, it's the Horizon Irish Open. Across the pond in the US PGA Tour, it's the John Deere Classic. And moving to some tennis now to look forward to, of course, the second week of Wimbledon. And coming up in motorsport on Sunday at 4 p.m., it's the Great Britain Grand Prix. And finally, don't forget to please get down to Willard's Beach for the 2022 Ballito Pro, happening daily until the 10th of July. I'm at Williams for Good Morning North Coast Sport. You have yourself an awesome sporting weekend, and we'll catch you back here next week.
Welcome back. I'm chatting to Sid from Ballito Surf Co and Ballito Surf School. How are you doing, Sid?
I'm good, and you? Thanks for having me.
Good, thank you. So it's holiday season here in Ballito. There is a great atmosphere and vibe. Best place to be in winter, obviously.
For sure.
And it's also all about surfing with obviously the Ballito Pro taking place. Lots of people out on the beach. So you guys are doing a setup here at Montagne for the next 10 days. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so I've got a surf shop with Janek Ferrandi called Ballito Surf Co, and I have the surfboard agent, and he has Ballito Surf School. So what we've done is we've set up the surf school in front of Promenade. So we're going to have board hire and learn to surf set up down there for this holiday and possibly into the future. So yeah, this is our first little trial run, and yeah, well, hopefully we'll do all right, and yeah, excited for the school holidays ahead of us.
Yes, exactly. So just on the shop side of things, what can visitors to La Montagne and people on the promenade expect to see in terms of your offering? Are you going to be selling merchandise? What are you going to be doing?
Yeah, so we're going to be having we only do our own clothing, Ballito Surf Co and Ballito Surf School, so we'll be able to get our shirts and caps. We'll obviously be having surfboard hire and obviously the surf lessons. So it'll be a very small little setup, but yeah, just pop-up shop basically, yeah, just to service the community and yeah, get involved with our winter here.
Yeah, and also, I mean, we've got lots of visitors from around the country who obviously this time of year are going to see a lot of surfing and that going on. So it's always those people who are going to go, I want to try that. What sort of age groups does Yannick and the surf school start from?
So basically from, I would say, 5, 6 years old and up. So from somebody that's never been in the sea before, he's even taken people that haven't never swum before and that sort of thing. So yeah, all the way up to the kids doing all the contests around the country, and he coaches them, videos them. So it's from basically beginner to a contest surfer.
Great. And then if somebody does do the surf lessons, it's obviously the surfboard provided, all of those sort of things, correct?
So we've done a local holiday special with Montagne for all their guests. They can get a 10% discount off the surf lessons, and we'll supply everything for them. Basically it's 300 Rand an hour, and then they'll get their wetsuit tops, their boards and all that. And it's an hour long, the lesson, and get them involved. Teach them how to surf.
Yeah, no, great news. I think we're going to have an influx of visitors wanting to learn to surf this season. So everybody out there, if you're at La Montagne or you're visiting us in Ballito over this wonderful holiday season, Ballito Surf Co and Ballito Surf School will be on our grass verge, which is on the promenade looking out to sea here in Ballito. So get on down and chat to them. Thanks, Sydney, for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And we'll see you down on the grass patch.
Yeah, we'll be on the beach watching all the surfing going down, yeah.
Excellent. We're off to a short ad break. I'll see you shortly.
Voda paid.
You like queuing to pay electricity?
Don't think so. Voda paid.
Wait, so I can use it?
Even if I'm on another network. Vodapay.
Off to do the monthly
Shopping. It's done.
Really? Yeah, Coco.
And we get rewards.
We like sending and receiving money now.
How about when the combos communicate?
Vodapay it.
You like good times with friends? Introducing Vodapay, the one app for anything and everything. Like it, Vodapay it.
Welcome back to GMNC. Up next, we're talking to Maryke from Music Unlimited, and it's not just about music, it's about some rugby as well. Welcome, Maryke. How are you doing?
I'm well, thanks, Mandy, and thanks for having me.
Absolute pleasure. Maryke, tell us a bit about your background and Music Unlimited.
Well, funny story is I actually come from a creative background. I've done a lot of marketing and creative designing, but the last thing I did sort of in South Africa before moving to Australia was I did a face campaign with Bosch van Black for a client called Executeur. And what we basically did is we used him as a warrior, and he had 2 nurses with him, and we had a big osseva in the background, and the tagline was Krye Ray with Delaray.
Brilliant.
Yeah, so we became good friends. We moved over to Australia for 2 years, and Bosch phoned me up one day and he said, let's do a show in Australia. And I said to him, are you crazy? I don't know nothing about events and doing music shows and stuff. And he said, you can do it. So basically, I went and I started doing events in Australia. We've had a tour in Australia, New Zealand. We've done Melbourne, Brisbane, Perth, and Sydney. And it was amazing. It was an awesome experience for me. And that just got me hooked on music, doing music events, one of my passions. When I came back to South Africa in 2008, he phoned me up again and said, let's do a golf tour. And we ended up doing a 21-day golf tour. We started in the Western Province, we went up to Namibia, and we came all the way down to Mozambique, where we ended on New Year's Eve. I've got aged 10 years, but still have the same husband.
Excellent. And it was golf during the day and music at night, I presume?
Golf during the day, music at night, and traveling from one place to the next for 21 days. So
wow.
it was hectic, but it was awesome. And obviously from there, things just picked up. We did another tour, another golf tour 2 years later. We had Samsung involved as a sponsor.
Oh.
I've worked with Bluebells, Life Healthcare, Jacaranda, Groot FM,
wow.
all those guys. So yeah, and we've also done the first thing that I've actually done before the golf tour was the Gooi Anker Cruise,
yes.
which was an amazing experience. We've had Steve Hoffman on the boat, many. There was probably about 10 artists. Book was one of them, Steve was one of them, Lihani was one of them, and it was just music, cruising,
wow.
amazing.
Got
yeah.
to do one of those again in the near future?
Yes, definitely.
Excellent. So that brings us to the 16th of July here at Montagne, where South Africa is also playing rugby on that day. And we've got Juan Boucher. So tell us a little bit more about Juan, about what's happening on the 16th of July.
So Juan Boucher is a multi-gold and platinum award winner. He is amazing. If you go to YouTube, you'll find his music all over the place. He is brilliant. So what we've done is we've tried to do some things differently. We've had Bosch here twice. It was sold out. We've had Rian Bernardi. And obviously working with rugby guys, the Bluebells previously, I thought, why don't we combine it? So people can come watch rugby, put on their rugby jerseys, and then we have an amazing show afterwards.
Excellent. And it's obviously family friendly because La Montagne's a family resort.
Definitely. You can bring your teenagers. There's enough people here to look after them, and they can go home safely.
Excellent. How do people get tickets? How much does it cost?
You can go to iTickets right here, itickets.co.za. The tickets is 200 Rand per person, or you can just go to musicunlimited.co.za, and there's a direct link with all the events coming up as well. and you can just click and it will take you straight to our tickets website.
Excellent. Well, we can't wait to have everybody at La Montagne on the 16th of July, and obviously Juan, who's incredibly well known. What other artists are you working with, for the rest of the year, who we can expect to see here in Ballito and maybe even into next year?
Yeah, for this year, we still have Apple coming up, Jane Lihani, Steve Hoffman is coming down, and Brendan Piper. And then for next year, we're looking at Rowan de Toy, and then obviously Elvis Blue and a couple of others.
Wow, exciting times. Having events back and music back, it's what feeds the soul at the end of the day. Excellent. So how do people get hold of you if they want to chat to you directly? Is it your website is the best way?
They can go to my website. My phone number is there. My email address is there. And they can just either WhatsApp me or give me a call and we can chat.
Excellent. Thank you so much for joining us. Can't wait to see you again on the 16th of July. Going to be wearing my Springbok jersey and look forward to seeing all our viewers out there who are based in Ballito or coming to Ballito on holiday. We look forward to seeing you then.
Just wanted to say thanks to all our sponsors. Ballito TV, thanks to you guys for bringing me up here and for supporting me. Then Salt Rock Sands Accommodation, they're sponsoring all my artists. We've got EXP Real Estate and CMH, the Nissan and Suzuki brands coming up. And then obviously thanks to La Montagne for hosting the event.
Wonderful. It's great that local community members and business owners are jumping on board with this as well. Thanks once again for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And to our viewers, we'll be back after this short break.
Hallo daar Ballito, dit is John Boucher, so ek sien jou die 16de Julie by La Montagne. Maak seker jy kry kaartjies by iTickets. Volg hierdie link op hierdie videoklip. Al wat jy moet doen is, maak seker ek sien jou by die vertoning. La Montagne, 16 Julie, ek sien jou daar.
Simply Models KZN is a unique modelling and finishing school based in the heart of Ballito. Classes are available to both boys and girls from 3 years and older, with the focus being on developing confidence and building a positive self-image. Weekly classes take place at the beautiful Relax Inn, where students are guaranteed to have fun and are often pampered and spoiled with hand and nail treatments while learning about hygiene and self-care. The makeup and hair classes are hits amongst the girls, and this learning is taken further with them being taught how to dress according to their body shapes. Etiquette and manners form part of the learning, as does posture and poise. And the Simply Models team are always incredibly proud to see their models walk with confidence when they take part in fashion shows and events. The best part of the classes offered is the lasting friendships that are formed. Get in touch with Simply Models today by calling 064 379 5663. So we're back with the drive times, but today it's a bit different. I'm going to be chatting to Santos just a little bit about the history of drive times, how it came about, and what he's been up to, because he's been very, very busy. Welcome, Santos.
Oh, thank you, Mandy. Thank you. Hi. Good to see you again, as always.
All good. So maybe just for people who don't know how the drive times came about and what your background is, maybe just share a little bit of that.
Well, it's just been, it's always been a passion for cars. My background was real estate, but it eventually fell into cars, which it was. And a few of my friends, some ladies, some people I know, we just put together a page a few years ago. And it's growing and it's been good, and we've done some success, and then obviously we met you, and then Ballito TV launched, and it's been a great platform for us as a drive times page, and then also as a company, I think as well, not my company, but the company I work for, as a group, we've gotten a lot of exposure. We've been out in the public eye quite a lot lately, just trying to do our bits and raise funds where we can, and help with things. I mean, for example, this Friday today, we are at Mshlali. We're raising money for Mshlati for the flood relief victims.
Correct.
Which CMH has been involved with that. We've rolled out a lot of goods from the dealership. A lot of it goes thanks to a lot of the sponsors involved, the Mozambique group, the Sandbar group, and then obviously our company, Ballito TV, and everyone has, put their hands out and put their hands up and said, let me do my bit.
Yeah, you're very ingrained in the community, and I mean, it goes to show. I mean, you're also involved in Miss Ballito. You're getting involved in the Juan Boucher concert that's happening here on the 16th of July.
That's going to be a good one. We're going to have our tents up, our gazebos up, and get some of our clients in. That'll be a good one. Rugby, Afrikaans community.
Absolutely.
Definitely. And the Miss Ballito as well has been good. I mean, it was also nice to have Shan Fourie at the dealership the other night. We wish her all the best as well. I spoke to her. With Jesse Creel, with the rugby guys. So we get in there, we're making our mark.
Absolutely.
Suzuki Ballito, or CMH Ballito, Motor City. That's us, it's Nissan, it's Ford, it's Renault, it's CMH Select. We've got a big, wide range there. And we don't only sell cars, we buy cars.
Correct.
And if you don't want to buy a car, you can come to the restaurants and just have something to eat.
Yes.
Or just come get your hair done or your nails done. So it's a full house. It's a one-stop shop. Yeah, so if we can't come out to you, come to us.
Yeah, it's a great venue. Santos, you are also going to be displaying some cars over this holiday season here at Montagne. I know you've just launched a new Ballino, which they're flying out of the showroom second to nothing. What are you going to be displaying here at La Montagne over the next 10 days or so?
Well, for the holiday season, we're gonna have a variety of cars. So like today we'll have just the Brezza, which is a family car. It's a fun, full car. It's a family SUV car. We will have the Ballino. We're going to do an activation with the Ballino. I just got to work out on the dates, probably over the weekend. So this one or next weekend. Which is for under 300,000 Rand. It's a mind-blowing car. I mean, it's like Starship Enterprise inside there, gadgets and everything, cameras that go around. It's mind-blowing. I love it. We're going to have the guys from CMH Select. They're going to have maybe some high-end exotics. So the guys down on holiday, you come in your X5 and maybe you want to go home in an X6, and not pay your installment next month and put some money in the pocket, pay for your holiday. So they will be, they've also got some Jimneys, some used ones that we've got. I know Nissan's going to be involved. They've got the Navaras.
Yes.
They've got the new Magnites. So, we're looking at a few different guys, different brands from the building, from Motor City, that are going to be there, just showing cars throughout the day. And, just getting into the holiday vibe.
Yeah, so if people are walking on the promenade or out and about here in Ballito, they can also pop down to La Montagne to chat to you and your team. Or they can visit you at the dealership. Maybe you just want to share the dealership's details and your details.
Yeah, correct. Well, we're at 3537 Moffat Drive. It's right at the end of Moffat Drive. It's across the road from VW. They're actually doing a little building there next to it at the moment. So that's us. And then you can get a hold of us at CMH Motor City. We've got a page, Motor City, on Facebook. We've also got the drive times. Let's not forget. You can contact us via the drive times. But we're out and about. You'll see the guys. You can't miss us. Or if you come down there, come to the top floor, as Mr. Sheldon Shooting says.
Top
come
floor.
The top floor, come have a pizza, shoot the breeze, and let's talk cars.
Excellent. Thanks, Santos. It's been a great pleasure chatting to you this time round. And yeah, just thank you for your support of our community. And I hope this is an incredible holiday season for you and your team at CMH. And thank you for being part of Ballito TV. And with the drive times, we absolutely love the segment. And know it's just going to grow into bigger and better things going forward.
Thank you very much, Mandy. Thank you for having us. And to all the drive timers out there, stay safe on the weekend. Keep it safe on the roads. Until next time.
At Austral Accounting, we are more than chocolate counters.
At Austral Accounting, we specialize in accounting,
Taxation.
Company secretarial services,
Business advisory services, accounting cloud software.
Full payroll administration to ensure full compliance.
And we service our clients in English, Afrikaans, and isiZulu.
Don't get caught with your hand in the chocolate jar when we can be your greatest asset.
Welcome back, everyone. My name is Zoe, and I am so amped to be back here bringing you the entertainment segment. And who better to start with than Freddie L? Welcome back.
Thank
Welcome,
you.
my dear.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Now, I must tell you, I've seen your name on many a lineup and a schedule over the years, but I heard your voice for the first time recently. And the first thing that went through my head was, this guy sounds like a modern Louis Armstrong. I couldn't even get over it. It just blew my actual mind. Insane. I had to get you in here as soon as possible.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Well, what to do is, before we get into everything that's been happening recently, because I think there's some really good stories that we don't want to miss out on, let's go back a bit. What was it that got you into music, the inspiration?
I grew up in a township in Waterloo with my dad, and he used to play like jazz and stuff when he was a bit drunk, so I used to hate it. But like I don't know, like I ended up listening to it more than I wanted to. Like, so even when I was doing my chores, I'd be playing like the same records that I used to play.
Okay.
And that's how I fell in love with it.
Okay, so it's just always been there.
Yeah, it's always been there.
Okay, and that progression from just loving music to actually doing music, how did that happen?
I was like doing the typical things when I was growing up, like skateboarding, playing football and all of that. And then I wanted to do something different. So a friend of mine had a guitar in their house. So I was like, bro, this would be cool to try. So I taught myself how to play guitar, like using YouTube and all of that stuff. And yeah, so, and then I used to play at church as well. Okay. And yeah.
All right, so now the music video that I saw, that wasn't just you, that was a collaboration. How did that come about?
So initially, a friend of mine, Bosch, he runs an organization called Liefde and Love Uthando. So he's all about like love and stuff. So he wanted African vibes in the record.
Okay.
So he sent me the beats after he'd written it and asked if I could contribute towards the song. So then I started writing in my bedroom studio.
Okay.
And I sent it back to him and he loved it. And then he also sent it to Gazelle. I think at the time he was in London.
Okay.
And then Bouwer was in Pretoria.
Wow.
So, and then he mixed and mastered it. I don't know with who, but yeah, there's a lot of artists that worked on that record.
I could tell.
And then he sent it back to me after it was finished. And then he told me, we're ready for the music video.
That's insane.
Which was weird because we
I can
all like in
imagine.
different locations. So,
That's incredible.
yeah, so I shot my scene here in Durban and he shot his scene in Pretoria and Gazelle in London.
Okay. So now from what I could tell, it was one song in, what, 3 different languages?
Yeah, well, Xhosa and maybe 4 languages between Xhosa and Zulu. So English, Xhosa, Zulu,
Wow.
and Afrikaans.
That's absolutely insane.
Yeah.
What a collaboration, though.
It's
That's
crazy.
absolutely
I really
incredible.
enjoyed it. I sent him a message on the day. I was like, bro, we need to do another song, like maybe something a little bit poppy,
Yeah.
but still has
That
the
vibe.
elements of all cultures. Because
Yes.
that whole thing with that song was to celebrate our differences. Like you see, even like there's Xhosa dancing,
Yes.
there's Pantsula, and there's Afrikaans. Yeah, so it was a cool project.
What I love about it is that while watching it, you wouldn't think that there was this disconnect of recording audio from other ends of the world and recording visuals from all over the world. Because once it comes together, it just seems so like whole and one unit. And it just came together so well. It's a big accomplishment.
I think it's also because of the message behind it.
Yes.
It's just so cohesive.
That's phenomenal. All right, well, other than that, are there any new projects coming up you'd like to tell us about?
I'm currently, I've been wanting to release music. So, because every time I record, like I get over the song, then I like put it away, then I work on it.
That is such a typical thing for musos,
yeah.
though.
So now I'm like, I was telling my producer, we need to like revisit all the projects that we've been working on. So there's gonna be a weird wave of singles we're gonna release. Some like, when I'm saying weird, I'm talking in terms of genre. Some are like alternative, some are indie, some are semi-hip hop, some are very acoustic, yeah.
It's great. You're going to keep your fans on their toes then. That's awesome.
Hey,
Keeping
I
it
think
fresh.
I'm going to confuse people.
Absolutely nothing wrong with that. I think if we're not keeping people on their toes, they're going to get bored.
Also, I think it's going to be me pushing myself to like actually being confident in releasing, because I'm hypercritical, like on myself and my product. Yeah.
Yes, and pushing yourself out of your comfort zone a little bit to try and push into new boundaries and into new territory. That's so exciting. Absolutely love it. Now, for people who might want to see you, get in hold of you, anything like that, how can they go about that?
My Instagram handle is FREDDY L Music. It's the same for TikTok. It's the same for Facebook and YouTube.
And YouTube, yes.
Yeah. I do need subscribers.
Awesome, right? So click, guys, click. Absolutely phenomenal. Thank you so much for being here. Please keep us updated with what you're doing, Freddie. I absolutely love hearing your voice, so we'd love to keep up with that. And you guys must stick around. We're going to be playing his music video at the end of the show. And you guys are going to love it as much as I do. So stick around. Thank you. We'll see you next time.
Welcome to Relax Inn. Situated in the heart of KwaZulu-Natal's Dolphin Coast, nestled on 2 acres of beautifully manicured gardens with panoramic ocean views and within walking distance of the pristine shores of Sharkers Rock Beach. Our dine-in restaurant offers a mouth-watering menu and caters not only to hotel guests but local residents too. Our venue is perfect for your fairy tale wedding destination with an outdoor garden chapel seating up to 200 guests and a 300-seater ballroom, ideal for receptions, corporate conferences and functions. Secrets Health, Beauty and Day Spa offers guests the opportunity to escape, unwind and feel rejuvenated. Our accommodation is tailored to the discerning business traveler, holidaymaker, and perfectly suited for that romantic getaway. We look forward to welcoming you to the Relax Inn.
That's a wrap for this week. Thank you to our viewers, guests, and sponsors for joining us this morning on GMNC. We'll be closing out with a music video. Have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you all again on Wednesday next week. Take care.
Of all the places I have been, I have never had to keep going back. I keep going back. And like a drug, I can never get enough. I keep running back. I keep running back. I can believe I am blind. 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 Voel je soms alsof jij die vloerplanken valt? Verstoord tot de hoek, verstaanbaar op bang. Je staat op je kop van die wereld en jij smal. Maar je talent om te zien aan het perspectief. Maar overal waar ik loop, sien ek hoop voor, sien ek hoop voor. En overal waar ek loop, sien ek hoop voor, sien ek hoop voor. Ek wil nou hier by jou bly, ek wil nou hier by jou bly. 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 Ngizohlala nawe, umila resolution. Uthando uyanqoba. Ngizohlala nawe, uthando uyanqoba. Uthando uyanqoba. Ngizohlala nawe.